I'm here at 2K Games in Petaluma. 2K Studios is where they make some of the games you probably know and love, like BioShock and Civilization and NBA 2K. So we're going to check out how they do some of the motion capture. I'm going to even don the suit for you. So let's go. Come on, don't be shy. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Welcome.
So I'm here with Anthony. He is the stage manager, the motion capture stage manager at 2K Games. So tell us a little bit about what that means. What does the stage manager do here?
Oh, the stage manager wears many hats. The main idea is just to keep everything greased and running. We work on every 2K title here. Today, keeping it greased means keeping dunkers dunking, and I think we're going to do some hard fouls, so we're going to see some cool stuff today.
So the dunkers are wearing the motion capture suits that we're going to take a look at. Tell us a little bit about just the high-level basics of what's in the suit.
Sure. So yeah, like you said, it's a skin-tight suit. It's very flattering on most people. We put 60 markers on them. They're made out of retro reflections. We're just bouncing light back to cameras. We're calculating joint angles and bone lengths, and recording everything they do so we can put it in the game.
Cool. All right. Well, let's take a look around.
Yeah, let's get going. So Megan, we're back in the locker room. We're going to get you in the mocap suit, let you close the curtain, and come out looking like a superhero.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Whoa, this suit is very small. Is this the smallest suit? Am I the smallest person?
I got one more if you want to try for something smaller, but I'm not sure how we'll fit in.
Who's that for?
This has been used for little sisters and
BioShock.
Our tiny little captures.
I think maybe I'm too big for that.
Well, then this one looks good.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll run with that.
All right, so where to next?
Great. We're going to put some markers on you. We're going to put 60 markers on your body, so we'll take you right out front here. We're going to get them on your joints, a few of your bones, so we can get out here and calculate what's going on.
All right, so the markers are what makes it look lifelike, what makes the characters move like humans.
Yeah, it's what gives us an understanding of what you're actually doing out there.
So how do they work?
It's all about reflecting light. So when we go out there, the volume, as we call it, the space in which we capture, it's flooded with infrared light. So the design of these markers is to bounce that light straight back to its source, so as many cameras as possible can see where one marker is. Anytime we have 3 or more cameras see it, we can triangulate it. It's very similar to a GPS technology, know where it is in space, and then from there we'll build the skeleton and know what you're doing.
How many sensors do you usually put on people?
60 is a nice, good number. It gives us a lot of offsets. What's going to happen at times, if there are more people out here, is some of these markers are going to get covered up. So what we need to do is then find math so we can recreate where those markers are. So if I lose this marker, I know its relationship to these 2 markers because that's a rigid shape. So I'll be able to recreate that marker. So that's why we'll put a lot of extra markers on you today.
Got it.
Well, I think I got them all. I got one extra in my hand, but I'm just going to hope that was a miscalculation when I laid them out. A little bit of asymmetry, so that actually I should put more in because we want these to be a little offset so that we have an understanding of left versus right.
So I'll let you go first. Where are we going?
Your pants are on backwards, I just noticed.
What's on backwards?
Your pants.
My pants are on backwards?
Yeah, you want the zipper in the front there.
Does that matter? All right, so what's this area?
This is Video Village. This is where our production team sits. So we'll see a few of our producers sitting around here, and they're designing move sets, and they're going to help direct the action on the floor so that they can make sure the move is going to work for their game. All right, so we're in a calibrated environment here. This is what we call the volume. Anytime you're on this gray floor, as you are right now, you're being captured and recorded. So all of your movements are being seen by a technical team upstairs. You'll see currently there are 280 cameras in this volume. And they're all capturing at approximately 120 frames a second so that they'll see every tiny move you make out here.
So for what game is the most involved set?
Of recent, that would be Mafia 3. Mafia 3, in a 2-week span, will change between about 20 sets. So there's a lot of build out. It's an open world game, which gives a lot of challenges as well because you can go anywhere and do anything. And we have to recreate all those environments here, and it all needs to be to scale. So when an actor touches something in our physical world, it matches exactly what happens in the digital world.
And part of the team is down here, and then there's like a nest of computers up there. What's going on up there?
Yeah, so our technical team's currently upstairs. Up there, all the decisions are being made as to telling who's in the scene. We track the colors they're wearing, we track the movements they're doing, and so there's a technical team inputting to the database. They're watching a real-time stream to make sure that everything is correctly configured, that we haven't lost calibration. They're physically capturing the shot, After that, it's going to be passed off to the person next to them who's reviewing the shot to make sure it's captured correctly, that the information is coming out the database on the back end correctly, and then that file will be cleaned, processed, turned over to our post-production team to do a final solve, which is taking the marker data and applying it to the bone data, and then that'll be handed back to the visual concepts team we see behind us.
So what kind of background do the people that work up there have?
Most of them are coming from a computer science background or a computer animation background. We pull from both of those sectors because we're really looking for a good mix of creative and technical. We work on a lot of 2K titles, so while this title might be more technically based, there's others that are more creatively based. So we try to apply to both of the strengths of our folks so that they do have an understanding of the body, how the body moves, but they understand creatively how that body's going to look on screen and maybe what's the best positioning of it.
All right, so now we're going to put this suit to work.
Yeah, we're going to come out here, we're going to do a range of motion. That's going to allow us to determine your bone length, so we're going to articulate every joint.
All right.
So I'm going to stand back here by Alex. You're going to follow exactly what she does, and that's going to help us get your skeleton.
Okay.
Okay. So she's looking over the markers to make sure I put them all on in the right locations. So we're watching Alex and Megan articulate joints here. What she's doing is allowing the computer to get an understanding of her bone lengths and the way she moves so that when we recreate that skeleton digitally, it'll be completely accurate to everything that Megan does. Great.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm here with Gary Smith. He's one of 2K's athletes. So what game were you working on today?
We're working on NBA 2K, so what we were able to do was suit up today and be able to demonstrate some of the athletic moves that's going to be featured on the video game. So from dunking, ball handling, shooting, and even just attitude and demeanor of the players, that's what we're able to capture today.
So what else do you do besides motion capture? Are you on a team?
Yes, I am on a team. We travel a lot across the world playing basketball against other teams that are in the professional realm, whether that be in China, Australia, New Zealand, you name the country, we've been there. So it's a great career, and I'm just looking forward to the future with everything.
What's different about playing just in your regular uniform versus in this uncomfortable suit?
Well, you know, the thing about it is playing in our regular uniforms, it's a lot more intense. You know, you have a job to do when you go out there, and that's to be better than the other team. When you're here, you're rooting for your teammates just as much as you're rooting for yourself. And it's a fun atmosphere. 2K's, you know, they do a great job of taking care of us. So it just makes it for a light day at the office, but you're still competitive because you want to put out the best possible product.
So have you seen any of the games that you've worked on?
Yes. So I was fortunate enough to be here a couple years ago. And when I came in, you know, they walked me through the steps, kind of showed me what it is that they needed from me, and I was able to execute that and, you know, go back home and play the video game with my son, and he was able to pick out different features that say, Dad, that's you. So it was pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, okay, I haven't played basketball since 8th grade, which was a while ago, so I'm going to
Just a couple years ago.
Yeah, just a couple. Thank you. I'm going to try. You tell me how I do, okay?
Okay, let's see what you got. On a scale of 1 to 10, let's see.
Oh.
You know what? I'm going to give you one more chance.
Okay.
I'm going to give you one more chance. I'm going to give you
Okay.
one more chance because I believe in you.
Okay, I put my pants on backwards, so hopefully they won't fall off.
I do that every morning. There it is.
Oh. Okay, let's see you.
So let's see me. Let's see what I got here.
Okay.
So I'll give you, on the 1 to 10, I'll give you a 5 for effort, 50%. So you tell me how I do on this one, all right?
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, 10, 11.
10? I'll take a 10. I'm cool with the 10. We won't go over the top with it.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, so we've seen the sports. There's lots of props back there. Is there also, like, you said there's actors that come in too. What else? What other kinds of things?
Yeah, so while something like this might be called motion capture, we also do performance capture, where we'll capture the complete performance of an individual. So right now you're marketed in such a configuration that we would only be capturing your body. We could throw a helmet on you with a camera and also capture your face, and then put a microphone on you to capture your audio as well. So that's where a lot of titles are moving today, is to have one person own that performance, rather than there was a time not that long ago where they would go to an audio booth and capture the audio, and then come here and have somebody move around in a mocap suit, and then have somebody like Roy, an animator, go ahead and animate the face. And that's 3 performances trying to make one. A lot of times it was pulled off, but it's a longer process, and it's kind of Frankenstein together. So we want somebody to own that performance from start to finish, so that we're treating it like a live action film, although the end product will be digitally done.
So obviously the guys that are playing the basketball part, that's easy to find. But what about like the Mafia? Where do you find the players to reenact the Mafia games?
Yeah, so we'll do a full casting project for that. Usually 2K casts 3 main cities. We'll cast San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York to bring those actors to the stage. Once those actors are here, we got to kind of get them accustomed to motion capture. I think something you touched upon is how does somebody see what's around them, right? It's easy for basketball because we're here with a hoop and we all have an understanding of what a basketball court looks like. But what if this was somebody's apartment? How does somebody get the complete understanding of what their apartment looks like? And so we do that with real-time displays, so somebody can look into a monitor and see themselves move in the environment and get a better understanding of, oh, if I want to look out the windows, they're here, and my coffee table's here. To get a little bit of an understanding, just to give you an idea of future technology, we're trying to push past that and put the monitor, move into an augmented reality so that a director can actually direct scene into the game engine, see into the environment as well as the individuals doing the acting. Because the more immersed they are, the better performance we're going to get out of them.
So if someone is looking, they love these games, they love playing them, what advice would you give them if they wanted to get into a career doing motion capture?
You have to be very flexible here. You have to have a coding background because what you're doing can go in any direction, and you want to be able to apply data, maybe across several titles, you know. I'd say the first thing to do is learn a language. So whether that's C or we're finding very common here, Python is extremely powerful in what we do. Almost all of our tools are written in Python or Visual Basic. So the first thing to do is go out and learn another language. And I always joke, if I had a kid, that'd be the first language he learns is C, and the second one would be C#. It's just once you can control the computer, that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for people who can push buttons and respond to what's available to them. We're looking for people who want to find more efficient ways than what's available in the way of software ships and write those tools to become more efficient. So everybody here needs to be extremely creative, technically trained, flexible, energetic to keep up with the pace of the 22-year-old kids who are flying through the air behind you. It's a very cool place to work, but it's very cool to watch people develop in this atmosphere too, and come in with a certain set of skills, but then learn another and just become a different person.
So that was our tour of 2K Studios, the magic of motion capture. Pretty exciting stuff. They're not letting me keep the suit, unfortunately, but you know, it was fun while it lasted. Megan out.